So with both of episode 7, uh, want to max out my defense, so become powerful, whatever you want to call it, from both. One thing I definitely want to say is that basically in regards to based off this anime and stuff like that, it's just basically Sally, no, not Sally, basically Maple. It seems like some of the strange things that she really just does. It just makes you question, like, how far is she really actually doing this? It really actually is. And I kind of wonder, like what kind of new spells that she would come with. I was hoping for something more, even though she came up with some new abilities. But I would like to see maybe their gear may need some upgrades and stuff like that. That's something I would love to see basically in this anime. However, I don't know if that really is going to be possible as well too, because you also have like other animes, not other animes, but other RPG games like that where there's some certain of armors that you would need to level off with, like using valid points or PvP points or raid points or battleground points or something like that, whatever you need to use, and they can make your stats a lot more stronger than you are right now. Also as well too. Now, there's also one other thing I definitely want to say also well too. There's not a whole lot of armors that don't need increased stats or upgrades and stuff like that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they really don't, and that's just basically what it feels to me. One thing I definitely do want to say as well too, because like when you're doing a raid or anything like that, or just doing a dungeon, it doesn't really matter like what kind of gear that you get or something like that. If you get like PvP gear or PvE gear or something like that, or whatever, maybe this is that, because it doesn't really matter to me. It really doesn't. I know some people will say you need better gear than just PvE gear or PvP, and stuff like that. And the reason I'm saying this is because I just look at Maple and Sally and some of the others and stuff like that. And one thing I like about the guy based in the anime back in the last episode 6, where he has upgrade gear of his own. I mean, he has his own pet monsters, or just kind of like a ghost monster, means that gives him extra armor, so he can protect himself and stuff like that, and so he'll be able to be more useful during raids and stuff like that. And this and stuff. There's a tons of RPG games out there that probably doesn't mimic like based what this anime is really doing, or I will say World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, because they have their own both different styles of basically how to draw in characters, not characters, but how to draw in players into the game and say like, yeah, this is broken, I like it, but then they'll say like, no, I don't like it because it's being nerfed and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of people get really upset in regards of World of Warcraft. I know how that feels. I know how it feels. But seeing the administration based in this anime, it just basically really makes me think like they're trying to come up with some different ideas where they can take on basically take on Maple's group or Gale, because they don't understand. They really don't understand. Even though they are the administration, they are the ones that makes the game. But they want to make the game a lot more challenging, so they can get their, like, I would say, revenge on Maple and stuff like that. Because like look what happened in season one. Season one, I mean, like, it was just like impossible. Some of the things that she did, like Maple really actually did, eating the Hydra Dragon. That was one of the most shocking to me right there. Also, well too. And what really shocks me the most, that whatever that she's doing and eating all these monsters and stuff like that she's requiring these abilities and stuff like that. And now I don't know what kind of class or spec person what she really actually is, or maybe she has different things and stuff like that. One thing I definitely want to mention is stuff like that. When you are a tank person, you're a tank person or healer or whatever it may be, and stuff like that. That does not usually happen in World of Warcraft. Now, take as for Paladin. Paladin, he can be a retribution paladin. He can be a protection paladin, or a tank paladin, or he or she can be a healer paladin. So I mean, even though it's based on based on the different specs, but they don't have like no DPS specs. They really don't. And sometimes one thing I really just want to mention also well too, when you like battling another tank and stuff like that, it's very pointless. There's just no way you can really get around get around that. Take as for Legion, Legion was totally something else and stuff like that. And based from what I see wise, and just see like the massive health that they got is just completely unbroken. I mean, wow. I mean, really actually is and stuff like that. And I feel this anime is kind of like it's not pointing just at Sally, but also other people also too, and basically in this anime also well too, because the administration they want a competition, and I really do think that they really want revenge on Maple. I don't know if that's what they really do want or anything like that. But one thing I definitely do want to say here is basically to me whatever Maple does, whatever that she does, and whatever she does her own thing, and and people not to worry about her or anything like that. And basically, some of the powers that she has, she really has come really such a long way. She really has. Now, one thing I definitely do want to say also too, I'm not the biggest fan of her tentacles, whatever you want to call it, ability that she has. I don't think it's not very strong for her to have something like that or something like that. That's just my opinion. And something like that. I understand that might be something useful for her to basically happen, but I really want to see use. I really want to see her use some of her different powers also as well too, and that's something I really do would love to see, except for that because I mean you have to remember that she's the guild leader. I mean she's the guild master. I mean she's the leader of her guild and stuff like that and stuff like that. I would love to see maybe some new upgrades basically in the anime for for Maple and some of her other companions because that's something I really want to see because I want to see more and more different things. But I feel like we're not really getting that much. But this anime season is going good. Basically, with this anime, I think it really actually is and stuff like that. And I can just tell like that this this anime is really getting quite of such a not fan service, but quite getting a so sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry, but getting quite something, something different that they really do need and that they really do want and stuff like that. But I still go back basically what I just said, because what I said here is that there's all different kind of games is out there and stuff like that, basically RPGs and stuff like that. They do give uh, armor upgrades and stuff like that. Sometimes that happens with World of Warcraft. Sometimes that happens other different anime, not different anime, but other different RPG games as well too. Sometimes they don't do it. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they really do. But that's what basically feels to me because I've been playing RPGs for quite a really long time. Never play Fantasy 14 because I can't because my laptop it's always been. I've been having this one since 2020. Been having that so. I got me a really nice laptop. It really is. I mean, it was quite expensive, but even though I definitely will say, but this anime is pretty much one of my favorites. So I love the character space in this anime, and I really do. And I'm kind of wondering if there really actually is going to be a season 3. I don't know if that's really is going to happen or not. If that really is going to happen or not, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see if that really is possible. I would love to see season 3, but I just want to see more input into the anime instead of just less input. That's what it basically feels to me. And so that, and I definitely do love season 1. Season 1 was definitely just very good. So that, but I feel like season 2 was just not really going of the liking I would think I really want, except for just basically going to the season. And it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's still a good anime. But even though I'm just saying. So yeah, anyway, so that's it for this review. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I don't know if some of you guys may agree with me or not, even though that's fine. It's just stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, so I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Place the like button, give me a thumbs up, and place the notification bell also to let me know you got to watch my videos, and place it comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember yourself. I love you guys. Please be safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.